We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Чат не тихо?
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
О нет, мужик из вчерашней игры. Папа? Господи, просто вы меня знаете, я не хардкорный игрок. Поставили.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here.
О, а новые будут?
So good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
Сэм Лейк.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
И голос у него этого директора из контрола. Ну, Макса Пейна, ну, понимаете. Подожди, у Сэма Лейка голос Макса Пейна. Но не Сэма Лейка.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay.
Что-то рассинхрон какой-то легкий, нет?
Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Наконец-то они все сдохли. Что там последняя пуля поставила точку? Я не хочу за нее играть, я хочу играть за Сэма Лейка. Чё за отстой? Ты кто такая вообще? Где Алан Вейк вообще? Кто голый мужик?
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Возвращение.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation.
О, господи, тот
How
самый
could they
голос.
not accept,
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
А можно будет
Need to swing
побродить,
by the lodge to get anything
поболтать?
from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Жесть, я буквально побродил.
Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
А фестиваль у вас, он случаем...
Enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can.
Тихо,
Get
тихо,
it
тихо.
now. Jesus, Charlie.
Вот и термосы нашлись.
To Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Breaker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
Секунду.
Compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known
Что,
victims
доквантовался?
go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Ну, тут у него подбородок такой. Можно кирпичи дробить. Найс. Вон тут гигачат.
You can go ahead, Anderson. We'll be here.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Из города не уезжайте, поняли?
What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I know, right? True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here.
Мне
I was
показался
down at the
это
lake,
Ахти.
getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Год вышел одним из лучших на моей памяти на игры. Очень много хороших игр в этом году.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
Me. They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree, cult of the tree."
Да мы поняли.
Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
Hi.
The rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book.
То есть сядут.
Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
Жесть, она до всего доходит. Умна, мать, умна. Так, пора.
Something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Okay.
Told you not to keep that thing to me.
Это эти треугольники.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful.
Так, подожди, это же не та.
Stick around
Нет,
town
это
for
не
now
та.
in case we have any more questions.
Подожди, это Роуз?
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fest.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
Ее же тьма забрала, нет?
I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful thing happened to your
Она вообще на тебя не
baby girl.
похожа.
How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories.
Ну, Найтингейла тоже
Happens
забрала
on
так-то.
TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
The fuck?
Rose, help me out. How do you think we know each other?
We all know each other around here. It's been a while, but I never forget a face. Or a coffee order.
Guess I just have one of those faces. Seen anything out of the ordinary in town lately? Suspicious people in deer masks?
No one's suspicious. But soon enough, there'll be lots of happy people wearing deer masks for Deerfest. Practically everyone will be wearing one.
Good to know.
Нет, здесь важно.
Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the grand
Друзья, у меня...
something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Мне не нравится.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way,
Изменились,
Sheriff.
они улучшились. Ну, не знаю, просто другие. Интересно, а
Oh, this
тетечка
is the Bright
та
Falls
сидит
Sheriff
еще?
Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
Just to cooperate fully.
Aye, ma'am.
I'm being serious, Nelson.
Не, я...
Next door, it's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
А вот в морге местном мы не были. Блин, как игра кайфово выглядит.
Let's take a look at our patient.
What the fuck?
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Страница Алана? Чё?
Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell? Show me the clicker.
What the fuck?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Ладно. Ладно. Он идет. Он идет.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're going to do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward.
Первая часть...
Where things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery.
Непон. Ну, просто...
Ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe.
Да, это сам Лейк.
We need to start with learning this cult's goal, their purpose,
У него еще на озвучке...
before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
Ну вы там доложите, я не знаю, в участке, что у них, где, блин, ну в принципе ничего не происходит.
We heard gunshots. You all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible.
Вы буквально не видите труп, да?
We can, man.
Они такие типа...
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. The same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks
Аллен
of.
же про него писал.
It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting
Он был главным героем его книг.
Fragments of prose describing murders.
Алекс Кейси.
You've heard the stories about what happened in New York.
Что?
Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story.
Очень большие субтитры. Я специально поставил, так что вы даже с телефона можете их читать без затруднений. Видите, как я о вас забочусь? Но он говорит, что он не тот Алекс Кейси. Возвращение 2.
Called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
Так,
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koska.
О, это же Коскелы.
Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
Опа-на.
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
Луч света с Венеры отразился в озере на Луне, да? Вот это.
Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Ulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by.
Tikkurilla, tikkalor.
That's all for now. Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle? Flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
Еще одна страница.
Nightingale's heart to get to the overlap.
Блин, прикольный механик, мне нравится. Соткался культист, понеслось чат.
That's not it. I don't have what I need to find Nightingale's heart. There must be more.
Он сказал.
The wave crashed on the far side of the mirror. I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Как же в этом много логики. Fuck me, это охренеть. Никто не ожидал, они даже чекпоинт не сделали после битвы. Он такой, а чё в смысле? Come here, you fuck. Заеб, господи. Я понимаю, что он с спины, но я не мог в спину как бы ему попасть, верно? Фух. Слушай, хорошая сложность. Не слишком душно, не слишком легко.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI. I can hear you.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are you?
Not to escape. In danger. The Dark Presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it. Hey!
Это же не Алекс.
Are you okay?
No! It's my
Алан.
fault! It got out with my face! Scratch!
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The Dark Presence. We must stop it before...
Easy now. First things first.
Простите.
What's your name?
My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've been...
Wake? Where did you come from? You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
Не забывайте разминать ноги.
Anderson,
Попу.
where did you go? All of a sudden, the radio stopped working, and then that flooding just disappeared. Crazy forest. Is this who I think it is?
Casey, say hello to Alan Wake. Mr. Wake, this is Special Agent Alex Casey. He'll escort you to our car. Casey, I'll meet you there, right after I take a look around. If the flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Я хочу за него играть.
Is this the dark place? No, it can't be. I got out.
Yeah, the PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on. Bit of a hike to the car, Wake. Just get your bearings, then we'll head out.
I need another minute. Cauldron Lake. I thought I'd never see this place again.
Take your time. But you should know these woods aren't the safest.
Yeah. It's getting dark. You have a flashlight? It's not safe without a light.
I have a light. And a gun. You can relax, Wake.
And pages. If you see pages of writing anywhere, you must take them and keep them safe. Our lives could depend on it. They have vital information.
We know about the pages, Wake. We'll keep an eye out for them.
Okay. Okay, just give me a moment.
Это Макс Пейн? Ну смотри, выглядит он как Макс Пейн, да? Голос.
Mr. Wake, we're taking you back to our field office in Bright Falls. You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Hey, Mom. Before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
Logan? No one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Put your father on the phone.
Yeah?
Okay. Dad, it's Mom.
Don't worry, hon. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her. Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
David?
А Роуз говорила, что она утонула.
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
Твин Пикс пошел.
Спасибо.
Реально Твин Пикс.
Is there anyone you'd like us to reach out to, Mr. Wake? You've been gone a long time.
No. They'd be in danger. It'll come for me.
Okay, let's talk about something else. Robert Nightingale. Do you know him? You were both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years. Fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you. Return. Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently, but your name can still be made out underneath.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense. I remember.
Что это? Тьма типа тут? Это скретч? Нет? О, щи.
One of my all-time favorite writers and guests on the show. He's here to talk about his latest book. And as usual, our house
Глубокая боль, чуть не прочитал ночь.
Was I in a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how I'd gotten there. It was out of control. I didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids.
Точки интереса дел показывают
Was that a recording?
предметы, информацию, собранную сагой. Для исследования